Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to come on here and talk about a little update on my hobonichi weeks. And I do have a 2026 lineup video that I will be filming maybe for December. I wanted to just come on here, give a quick update on how things are going in the hobonichi weeks. What I did for 2025 or the rest of the last couple of months, and just talk about it. So I did a quick update. So I did return the Junji Ito Tomie weeks that I purchased. I could not get over the fingerprint situation. So if you saw one of my earlier videos, I cannot deal with having fingerprints on the cover of my hobonichi weeks throughout the entire year and having to constantly wipe it off. And I've been increasingly loving not using the clear cover a lot this year, so it was just going to be very difficult for me to do that. So instead, what I did was I did purchase this In the Forest hobonichi weeks mega, and part of the reason I purchased the mega is because I've already run out of pages in my current hobonichi weeks, so it made sense for me to get the mega. I usually write a letter to the book at the end of the year, which is why I'm not using this page, but it's my first time having a bow and tie fabric, and I really love it. I love the texture. I love the fact that, like I said, I really don't like using the clear cover anymore for some reason. So having something like, this, where, the texture is very nice, it makes me feel really good. If you can see, I did not get, the special illustration, the one with the techo book on top of the tree trunk on the front side of this particular bow and tie fabric version. But I really love the way the others are placed. Like this little squirrel is sitting on 2026 and he's like having acorns or nuts like on his hand. It's like falling off. The bunny, everything else I really loved. There's a little owl here. So I'm pretty happy with this. I've already started kind of using the back pages, but that's what I've been doing. But I do intend to stay the entirety of 2025 in this book. And that's just because all of my plans are in here and it just makes sense for me to stay in here. All right, so quick update. As you can see, no clear cover. I have been using these clips to hold two of my pens, and honestly, I really love it. I know it kind of is not that great aesthetic wise, or it's not very aesthetically pleasing, and it kind of dents the cover a bit. But I feel like it's working for me pretty well. And as you can see, I do use a lot of sticky notes, and maybe I'll talk about that as well. Okay, so this is probably going to be a short video, hopefully. Last words. But what I wanted to talk about is something that I've had trouble with before in the hobonichi weeks. And I kind of fixed it with this tiny little thing, and maybe, it might work for you as well. So I'm someone who really likes using the monthly as, at least the weeks version, as, a space to plan, make plans, put in appointments, stuff like that. So this is very functional. But like at the beginning of the year, you can see there are situations where I just don't write anything because I tend to do any of the planning stuff that I wanted in the weekly section. But what I've been doing, increasingly over the last few months is I use the monthly space to make very, broad plans. Like, so whatever I need to book, I just write down stuff, I just cross stuff out. It makes sense to me. But the problem with doing that is, you kind of lose the space when you really want to look at the kind of appointments you have. So this being pretty cluttered does not help me when I really want to look at, okay, when is the appointment that I booked? That kind of stuff. So the monthly, in a way, gives me the space to do all of the actual planning, but I've never been able to actually see the plans that I've created in one spot. And I don't use my phone to, jot down the actual appointment times or appointment dates. I would put that in my weekly. Like I've used to do that like all on this spot, if you see. Like this is how I used to do it. And I also used to use my Hobonichi Week supplement for days where I've made plans and I'm not able to see everything in one spot. I will link a video about that. It's a kind of a little bit of a laborious work, but it might be something that you might be interested in if you would like to see. Okay, so long story short, I've loved the way that I've kind of used this as a space to actually sketch out things, cross out things. And what I've been doing is all of my actual plans sit on a sticky note. So this is what is this? So this is actually a freebie from the Peanuts Planner Co. Facebook group. And she provides, a lot of freebies in her Facebook group. And one of the freebies are like the yearly sticky notes. So December, like 2025 has one. I think she's already released the 2026 ones. I've already printed those. And what it does is it allows you to print a monthly calendar on your sticky note. And what I've been doing is I've been printing that on sticky notes. It just works as like a regular I think this is like a 3x3 sticky note. And I've been just placing them in my planner in the Hobonichi Weeks. And I use this as a spot to actually write down my very concrete plans. So that way, and this is another hack that I've been doing, so this is my pencil board. I have kind of attached like a small, it's like a piece of, I don't know, it's just a piece of plastic I got from one of my stickers. Like this is literally a sticker backing. You might have seen it in stickers that you may purchase. I've just taken it off, cut it, and I've just kind of washi taped both of them together. And I keep this on the like so. So when I'm actually doing stuff or whatever, I have a reference of my actual appointments in this. So I'm just keeping on crossing the days off, but maybe I can show you like, and this just kind of allows me to, maybe I'm not explaining this well. So this is like the January appointment. If I were like working on, January, I would take this, put it here, and I will be able to see my actual plans when I'm in my weekly. And this is just like, this helps me not go back to the monthlies as well, because my monthly is pretty cluttered. It's like, again, a space for me to actually do the work or do the planning, and the actual appointments sit on a sticky note. And, you might think like, what do you do when you change appointments? I just cross it out. It's not such a big deal, but it just gives me a spot to see this information without wanting another calendar. because this is the calendar itself. Yeah, so that's been working a lot for me. I also like put in sticky notes to things that I need to keep a track of, or if I need to move around. I'm somebody who uses a lot of sticky notes in my planning. I have this kind of a size that I also cut down like so, and it kind of serves as smaller sections that you can actually move to other, spots. So it's not that none of these things are like concrete in a way, and if they are supposed to be concrete, they probably would not stay on a sticky note to begin with. So this just kind of keeps me happy. It actually allows me to actually plan, because the thing about the hobonichi weeks, like, this is the 2025 version, but you also get like 3 more months worth of monthlies available in your week section. So in a way, like, you can make plans, or you can actually do the actual planning really far ahead. So that's what's been working for me. I really like having this, like that combination of the monthly for the space to actually plan, and having this as a, I would call it like a supplement, and the sticky note just works so well. Definitely check out Peanuts Planners Co. She has a lot of freebies, and her shop also has a lot of inserts specifically meant for ring binders, I think. I typically don't use a lot of ring binders, but this has been a game changer, like the sticky notes. And she has other like weekly tracker sticky notes, to-do lists, and these are like things that really step up your game and, help you actually use the thing that you've already purchased, without having to go back and purchase something else. And having a sticky note and a printer really just makes it a lot more easier. So yeah, that's the little update that I had since my last video. I think that was like over a month ago. But yeah, it's been pretty easy. I don't think, I think I have everything that I want to use for next year. It's just, I'm just not in a mood to film stuff, and that's just, sometimes how it works. Let me know what you think of this idea. And do comment if you are somebody who likes using sticky notes as well. I really enjoy using them in my planner, especially not in my journal. I like using sticky notes as a functional planning mechanism. So yeah, that's all I have. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.